Okay, I'm back again, boot lovers. I had mentioned, if you're paying attention to the comments, that I also got the black Green Numzaan boots because I need some boots that I can just get dirty and thrash around in, and my really pretty veg tan boots and fairly pretty green boots I don't really want to destroy, so I'm going to destroy these, the black ones. And also these were on sale, so I just couldn't resist because they were so cheap. I don't think you're ever going to be able to buy. I mean, I'm sure you could if you get really lucky, but such good quality boots for such a low price, boots that'll last you a lifetime if you take care of them. Well, not if you're working concrete or logging, but yeah, doing more normal stuff, they would last a lifetime. So, anyways, I wanted to show you guys these because these were even easier to break in than the last two pairs. They felt almost broken in out of the box. I had no hot spots, no nothing. So I have to say that these are not hard to break in if they fit you really well. In my case, I have a little bit lumpy of a heel, so sometimes I'll get a little hot spot on my right heel especially, but I didn't even get that with these. I did wear two pairs of socks, but light, really thin socks and then really like medium wool socks. But this is what they look like. They are still pretty new. You can see that they've broken in a little bit. You can see the break in up there. You can see it right there across the front. I'm not going to get into like every quality. This is the frog sole, frog grip sole. I'm not going to get into every quality of these boots this time because I'll just link my other two videos about the veg tan Numzaans that I got, and then also the Houston green, I think they call it. These are Houston black. These are both Nubuck, which is a lightly sanded leather. And I wasn't going to treat these at first thought, but I am now because I've noticed that because in my day-to-day activities, I drop things like oil on them, and I don't want them to become, inconsistent. So I'm going to seal them. And actually, I washed these off once already, and they do leak through here, or actually really here, if you spray direct water on them and a little bit through here. But once they're treated, they do not. You treat them with like Snow Seal, which is beeswax based, or some other like the Hanbog or whatever. I'm sure Zamberlin has one that's made with beeswax, and all of these companies make a sealant conditioner / conditioner for leather that makes them waterproof. And depending on how often you treat them or that you're in the water, you need to treat them. So, anyways, that said, this is going to be a shorter little review. I just wanted to show these to you, and if they look dramatically different after I put my Snow Seal on them, I'll show them to you again. But I don't think these are going to change much. They're just going to look more rich. They're going to look a little darker, which also is good. I'm not going to treat the green ones because I don't want the green ones to be darker. They look really cool the way they are. Let me show you those. Let me put those right there. These are going to stay the same. And I thought about treating just the seams, and so you have kind of a stripe. It's darker, and you also fill those so that they're waterproof. Let me know in the comments if you think that'd be cool looking. But these are more to wear like out and about, like out to dinner and stuff. These are going to be more work boots. I don't do super hard work. Some guy mentioned that it looked like on one of my other pairs of boots that I put 300 miles on them on carpet. It's because I don't destroy the tops of my boots because I'm not kneeling down and dragging my toes. I'm not a toe dragger. I'm not on my knees very often. And I don't have to. I'm walking, but I'm walking off road usually. It's usually on trails or ranch lands or things like that. So all that said, these are, again, the Numzaan-Houston Black. These are double lasted, meaning 2 layers, calfskin inside, Nubuck, full grain on the outside. 2 layers all throughout here, 3 layers up here. It's a real toe cap, real heel counter. And then they have a full veg tan midsole. They have a resin runner that the whole upper is flared out and stitched to, and then the genuine rubber frog grip sole is glued to that. So these are just going to last as long as any pair of shoes that you're ever going to own. So and I like the waffle sole, but they weren't on sale with that. That's why I would have got waffle on these if I could have. And I probably, when I resole the green ones, I'll probably go with the honey colored waffle sole, the lug sole, which will look really cool with the green ones. But it's going to be a while before you wear out these soles. It's a lot of rubber. And these are such wide heels that you really are going to take a long time to wear them down, especially because I walk mostly in the dirt and rocks and not a lot of time spent on the concrete. But anyways, let me know if you guys have any other questions about these or comments. It's really interesting to learn more about them. I am still curious about, one of the viewers had brought up that he wasn't sure if the Jim Green retan leather will hold up as long as say a all veg tan leather, which is supposed to be the most durable. But like a retan, and I couldn't really verify this, but retan usually means that it's a chrome tanning and then veg tan, so it's 2 different types of tanning. The veg tan at the end, or I don't remember if it's at the beginning or the end, the last or the first process, but veg tan is supposed to hold color better, so that's one reason that they do it. But it takes a long time. Like it takes 20 to 45 days to veg tan leather, whereas you can do this the chrome tanning process in 1 day. That's why 90+% of all leather is done that way, and not veg tanned. And veg tan, 100% veg tan leather boots are really expensive because the leather's really expensive. But it is supposed to be a little bit more durable. But I find it hard to believe that these wouldn't outlast most people. They're just nice 2.2 millimeter leather and then 1.6 on the inside. That's a lot of leather. It's a very durable boot. So one thing that's interesting too, that I'll point out because I didn't mention it before, is that you can actually feel rocks through these soles. So for the ones that I use more for like hiking shoes, they're not great hiking shoes because they're too heavy, right? But I don't mind because I'm hiking to stay in shape. I'm not so much hiking because I want to go fast or go a long ways. So I have some hard insoles that really support your arch and all that, and I will probably put those in these boots. That way you don't feel the rocks under your feet, and that helps your feet not get fatigued. So that's one thing that's worth pointing out, because there's a steel shank in the middle down here, but it's only that wide and that long, and it doesn't do anything. You still feel rocks up here, or if you step on a sharp rock right there, because it's just it's a resin runner, and then it's like a 8 millimeter veg tanned midsole. So that's important, like, to point out, because if you have like really high-end hiking boots, especially if they're really stiff, you can't feel rocks underneath those. They have like a fiberglass, midsole or something. They do something to stiffen them. Maybe the Vibram soles they put on them are deliberately stiff too. I don't really know. Somebody in the comments can tell us why or how they make them so stiff. But you don't feel rocks under high-end hiking boots, because I've had several pair of those. which I like. Your foot just rocks on a sharp. It'll rock over a sharp rock. It doesn't go around it at all. But anyways, I hope you're all having a great week, and hope you enjoyed all my Jim Green Numzaan reviews, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, I just decided to go ahead and show you guys these after they were treated, and they look even better than new. After a quick treatment, they're not totally dry yet, but they look awesome. They're just not deeper and richer tone to them, and they look really good. That's just crap. But yeah, you really want to get the beeswax into those seams so they're all filled with wax. That way they won't leak. And I did do that as I spent some time getting that kind of worked in there. So that's what they look like when they're freshly conditioned and sealed. So now the lace is back in, and I'll go for a walk to dry them off completely. Try to stay out of the dirty dirt, the loose dirt, until they're completely dry. But no big deal, because I can just wash them off, even if I do get them dirty. So this is the stuff I used. Again, it's basically the same thing as Snow Seal. It's just, it probably is less toxic, because I think they make Snow Seal with turpentine, and this is all this. I'm sure they do something to make this, more spreadable, less viscous. But I don't know what they do to it. It's whether they add oil to it or just process it or what. So if anybody knows how they make, how they do that, then put it in the comments. I'd love to know. Anyways, we'll talk to you all soon.